Do you know what's funny? You can tell that I'm brand new to this because I had the mic on, everything ready to go, but it wasn't plugged in. It wasn't plugged in. So I'm doing all that yapping for no reason. It is what it is. I think I'm going to leave that footage in anyway. So I just think that's funny. I might do a voiceover. We'll see. I don't even really remember what I said, and it was literally just like 2 minutes ago. Oh well, whatever. I'll start over. So here's the deal. Again, we're doing these 10-yard sprints up the hill because I do want to progress to 15s by the end of today's workout, which I'm just going to count as the top of the hill. I don't know how far it actually is. Who knows? So I'm just tracking it as it is, and I just standardize it among my own workouts. You know what I mean? So, what is this? Dude, crazy fucking intro here. Please stop. Okay, that's fine. So anyway, I'm 3 reps deep. This is number 4 of the first set. I have to do another set and then we'll move to 15s. Anyway, I've rested long enough. I just think it's hilarious I didn't have that plugged in. Watch it still not be catching my volume, by the way, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not a tech expert. So anyway, falling start, as you've seen, and hopefully explained by the voiceover. You get to hear it again. Oh man, getting up that hill, especially with all the dirt patches on here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it on film, but like some of these holes here, it's like my foot digs and it's just, I can feel my foot like spinning in the hole. Man, that is rough. So anyway, that's first set down of 4. And so we're gonna rest for about a minute because I rested long before that last one. So probably like a minute and then we'll do it again. All right, so we are on the final 2 reps here. Last 2 sets of 10 yards, and then we'll move into the 15s. Of course, as soon as I start recording, the wind comes in. Of course it does. So here's the deal. We're gonna try and keep this as smooth as possible when we go to 15s, but I'm digging deeper and deeper holes here. And I guess I could move, but it's like a dirt patch all the way down, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just going to be a mess regardless, because I'm also looking like for the flattest incline. So, and this is like the smoothest part. I guess there's a part over there that doesn't look too bad, but I don't feel like moving everything over there. So call me lazy, but that's the truth. So it is what it is. All right, this is number 3 of 4. Calf is still killing me. I'm probably just making it worse, but it is what it is. It just means I have to recover harder. I'm still getting up there pretty quickly though. You know what I mean? Like I can feel the foot kind of giving way in some of these dirt patches, but I'm still getting up there like just as fast. Doesn't feel too bad actually. We got one more. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm just gonna rest for like 30, 45 and then hit it again. This isn't too hard. So I try not to like take super long rest periods just because I feel like with sprint training, that's probably one thing that maybe gets overblown. Not necessarily full rest, right? Because you're getting full rest when you're going for a PR. But if you're training, everything should be sub-max, right? To a point, right? Because again, like it goes back to that old adage with training where the difference between 95% and 100% effort is extremely magnified in terms of effort. However, the benefits between 95 and 100 are almost negligible, or maybe non-existent. They are negligible, right? So it's better to be sub-max for a training effect, and then when you actually need to perform, that's when you can push it to 100, right? When you're actually trying to win something or set a PR, whatever, that's when you want to give it your gas. When you're training, I mean, it's okay to be sub-max a little bit. That doesn't mean take it easy, but, you know, sub-max. You don't have to give it 100%. I felt that one a little bit. The stride was a little short at the beginning. I'm sure you saw it on camera. That stride, I think it was the first or second step with the left. I felt like it wasn't up there. That felt kind of slow. So, but I think I'm also just kind of out of focus. All right, we'll be back. We're gonna rest for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna move into 4 reps of 15 yards here. We're starting the 15s. We got 4 of these. And again, as you can see, well, hopefully you can see the cone up at the top of the hill. So, is it actually 15 yards? I don't know. I'm sure it's pretty close. But that's what we're running to. Now, the funny part is, I wanted to progress to 20-yard sprints in week 3 and 4, but I kind of ran out of hill. So there is a larger hill over here, but it's currently closed for like reseeding. I don't know if it'll be open by the time I get to that in my training plan. If it does, then cool, I don't have to modify anything. If it's still closed, I'm thinking probably what I'm gonna do is I have a sled. I'm gonna strap the sled up just to add some resistance to the hill. That way I can keep the distance the same, but then just create more resistance for me to push through. So hills plus sprint, fuck yeah, dude. So we'll kind of see how it goes. All right, first one of 4. Falling start again. Oh, that was pretty smooth actually. I feel like that was probably just as fast as the 10. To be honest with you, that felt pretty good. All right, and we're taking about a minute here between these. Maybe 45, depends on how it feels. But we got 3 more of those. All right, this is set number 2. I figured I'd film all of these just because, I don't know, it's fun. And it's the long distance, which I'm sure you guys want to see. And you can watch me fuck it up all 4 times. Anything to make you guys feel better. Oh, man. That first step, I think I either hit a pothole or something. That first step felt horrible. But we made it up. I think it was still a relatively good time. I think that first step was, yeah, you can see my foot. Well, you can't, but the footprint, so it's funny. So you would ideally be here, right? The footprint is literally like this on the first step. You gotta love it. Fuck me, right? All right, guys, set 3. The soreness is kind of getting worse. So, I mean, as expected. Like, honestly, it doesn't really catch me off guard. I think, if anything, this dirt patch is kind of making my life worse. I might scoot over here, to be honest with you. Just a little bit, so I'm still in frame, hopefully. That wasn't too bad. I felt like that one was moving pretty well. All right, one more. One more. All right, guys, last one. Last set of 15. Got a good song for it, too. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but soft face sniffing cocaine. Oh yeah, that was the best one right there. That felt good. That was the best one. Grab my cone. Yeah, that was a good one. I think it was a good idea to scoot over a little bit, guys. Not gonna lie. scooting over was a good idea. Yeah, because I can legitimately tell when like I hit a pothole and my foot like spins in the dirt, which I guess you could probably make the argument that that's good, because you remember like the old NFL guys that used to train, well, they probably still do, at like beach dunes, and they run in the sand, right? Like, I'm sure there's some benefit there, but I wasn't trying to do that, and I didn't take that into consideration when I wrote this. So I'm like, you know, trying to control that variable. I'm not trying to participate in that. Maybe I can do that in the future, because I rewrite programs all the time, like in the middle, just, you know, based on how things go. What do they call that? Auto-regulation. So it is what it is. We'll figure it out, guys. All right, we're going to move on to our jump series. All right, so we just finished up. That's all the field work. I finished the power sprint drills, which you've seen before, done outside my house and previously on the field from last week. This time, everything was feeling a little bit worse just because I was so sore from across the training week this week. Everything was ramped up volume-wise, or intensity-wise, or both in some cases. So yeah, today was pretty brutal. We finished the hill sprints, which you saw, for the two sets of 4 for the 10-yarders, and then the 4 sets of 15 all the way to the top. Every single one of those felt good. No issues across the board with that. Even when I thought the calves were going to be super sore, they weren't. At least not with the deceleration effect from the hills, which I thought was pretty nice. And then, of course, the jump series afterwards. That's when you really started to notice everything coming together with the soreness. And so now we're going to roll home, and we're going to finish up. We got weights, but before we get into that, we got a few more power things that we're going to take care of. So med ball throws and some prehab, and then a light weight session. It's not going to be too crazy like Tuesday was. So with that being said, we're going to roll out. All right. So we're back at the gym. We're going to start with our overhead medicine ball slams or throws, whatever, up against the wall here. 4 sets of 3. I was going to do rotational initially, but now, I don't know, I changed my mind. I don't want to do rotational. I did rotational earlier in the week. I'm not going to do it again. So we're just going to do overhead. I'm going to take a split stance, and I'm going to take a step forward and then eat it into the wall. We're going overhead here. Hopefully I don't hit the thing, which I might. One more. Step back a little bit more. Oh yeah, that feels pretty good. First one, I'm feeling the movement out. I also don't want to whack the fucking garage door, but I think if I start split stance here, hands in front, and then kind of like get into that position, almost for like a stretch reflex kind of thing, I think that'll feel better than starting back here, step to throw. I like the idea of big reach, a little bit of thoracic extension in there, and then yeet that shit. All right, 3 more. All right, I think I fixed the camera angle here. Oh, fuck. Sneeze. That was terrible. I might leave that in. All right, overhead, final set. So again, I'm stepping forward, overhead reach, off the foot for the rebound. Ooh, I caught it that time. I like the idea of the reflex into the throw. I like that a lot. That felt good. All right. All right, prehab stuff. We're going to do some jumps with the med ball. More jumping. But this is less plyometric and more almost like therapeutic, because we're getting into some like deep tier stuff when we do this. I'm using the med ball. So I'm going to drop into the split squat. Boom. Other side. That felt pretty good. Oh. Now for the really fun part. You get to watch me sit here away from my trash can. 90-90. And we are chilling. For 20. Go for 20. Oh man. My hips. Already. That's not good. I am keeping tension on this band the whole time. I'm not just relaxed up here. I am keeping tension on the band. Trying to figure out what to do with my torso. We're almost there. I'm trying to maintain the 90-90 at the knees and the hips here. All the external rotators are on fire. My hip flexors are on fire. I don't have much longer to go. Low back's pushing to the ground. I'm not arching. My arms are up so I can watch the stopwatch and cry the whole time. I think I'm going to go for 30 more seconds here because I actually don't feel that bad yet. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Oh man, my ass is on fire. Oh. Less than 20 seconds to go though. Breathe. 10. Oh, I'm in there, bro. I got it. I got it. Oh, relax. Oh, that was horrible. Like up at the very end, that was pretty horrible. Oh. All right. Rehab is almost done. I'm gonna take a quick water break. We'll jump into the next thing here. All right, first set here, gonna be with just the bar. Last week we were doing a 10 RM, which I was a little conservative with. I don't think I went to absolute failure, but I'm gonna go a little bit closer to failure this time, as I'm also dropping the reps. About 95 probably. I am so hungry. I am going to be hustling through these because I am so ready to be done. I didn't really eat a whole lot today. It kind of stuffed my face yesterday, so. It's feeling pretty good. Pretty good. 135 coming up. All right, so 95 actually felt pretty heavy. So I went 135, which we did last week for 10. So I'm only going to do it for 8 and kind of see how it feels. If it feels light, I'll go 155. If it feels exactly like I'm expecting it to feel, I'm going to go like 145. So I don't want to get too crazy on this movement just because I just want my reps to be as authentic as possible, because the loading here is not really like ideal, right? Because it's like a grip strength thing, which I could use straps and stuff, but I'm just trying to be as authentic as possible with my reps here, so I don't get ahead of myself. Yeah, that felt exactly how I thought it was going to feel. Up. 145 it is. And we'll do 8 with 145, and then I'll move into lunges. Yeah, that kind of made me a little lightheaded. All right, one more. All right, guys, 145 it is. Last set of 8 here. Again, as you can tell, I'm not going super slow on the eccentric. It's because, one, I'm too tired to do so. So I'm trying to keep my tempo as consistent as possible, though. Big glute squeeze at the top. Hold on for dear life. Which, it's only 145, but... Oh. Fuck. That was a toughie. Legs aren't terribly sore, but let's see how it feels. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, adductors are sore, hammies are sore, fucking everything's fucking sore. You should be fine though. Easy peasy. Well, 40 next. 50 for the last one. Short break. Probably like 75 seconds here. All right. Final set with the 50s. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. Everything is just so sore, man. Everything is just so sore. I had to put straps on too because I feel my hands getting fatigued. This Friday workout is just absolutely brutal. It's absolutely brutal. So, but luckily it's not bilateral squatting in the weight room. Like, thank God it's the easy shit. I know some of y'all are thinking, well, you're still doing lunges. Yeah, but I'd rather do lunges than fucking squats, that's for sure. Man, you feel that last one for sure. Jeez. Fuck me, man. That was horrible. Alright, this is our final wall sit here. 30 seconds. This is set number 3. It's just 3 sets of 30 seconds. After everything we've done. It sucks. That's for sure. You get just above like legal depth, quote unquote. Just get right at like that parallel. Toes are forward normally. And then I just hate myself the entire time. And I check the timer more times than I need to. Please help. Thank God. Ugh. Ooh. Owie. Get back. All right. Now, some stuff to round everything out. All right. Nothing crazy. Ugh. I would do leg extension like I did last week, but I don't feel like setting that up. I'm hungry and I just want to stop. So I'm gonna do sissies instead. Hand assisted against the rack. I'm only gonna do as many as I can. Slow eccentric. Hips straight the whole time, if you can. Probably won't be a whole lot. I'd like to get 8. That'd be great. The slow eccentric's kind of stopping. I'll take it. Fuck. Okay. Good old-fashioned sit-ups. Nothing crazy. I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm just... I think that'll put us at 20. And final. My blue pad over here. I'm gonna do my hip rotations. I do. I'll rush that one. That's it. Oh. Great job. Finally. It'll probably be a quick one. Just because I'm going to keep holding this. Just because I'm so tired and hungry. I'm ready to eat. This is kind of the end of the week right here. I still do conditioning intervals tomorrow, but holy fuck, dude. I really felt the fatigue this week. I think I was kind of like ignoring it, so to speak, on Wednesday because I had the one leg day and the tempo run like back to back, which is normal. But like that day, like I was kind of like ignoring the soreness that I had. I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It showed up today. Today was hard. Today sucked. That was a long workout. It took me forever to get through it. Now, albeit I'm filming and stuff, and so like some of that plays into the time, but like this definitely took longer than last week. And I think some of that is just due to like my hunger and lack of focus because I didn't eat enough prior to this, and I knew that. Um, but I think that played into overall focus for the session. I'm just I'm ready for this to be over, dude. Like just today. So, but we got 2 more weeks of this phase, and it only gets harder. So I don't reckon it'll always be like this though, because again, like had I probably ate better today, probably wouldn't feel the way I do. So, but anyway, we will carry on as we always do and live to train another day. Me trying to motivate myself for tomorrow and of course next week. So, but I'll see you guys then. Adios.